The engines never stopped. They were just waiting. The sky is quiet, to quiet. A plane cuts through the clouds as the night stretches wide and empty. Inside the cockpit, lights blink softly. Every sound feels louder when nothing is said. A calm voice speaks, slow and steady, as if warning us to wait. You don't feel danger when it starts. You feel it when it's already close. This is not just another flight. It's a reminder. Somewhere between takeoff and landing, something was left unfinished. A mistake buried under miles of air and years of silence. People thought it was over. They were wrong. The past doesn't disappear. It waits. Rain hits the runway. A suitcase rolls across the floor. A boarding pass flutters in the wind. Faces are never shown, but fear is everywhere. A voice cuts through the sound of engines. If they're back, then no one is safe. The plane climbs higher, but the tension sinks deeper. Old names are whispered, old files reopened. Someone is watching from the ground. Someone else is already on board. Trust feels thin. Every seat feels occupied by secrets. The voice returns, lower now. Last time, we survived by luck. This time, luck won't be enough. The engines roar. The screen fades to black. The flight has begun again. The cabin lights flicker once, then again. That's when everyone knows something is wrong. The plane is in the air, but control is slipping fast. A calm voice tries to keep order, yet fear leaks through every word. This was never supposed to happen. Screens light up, doors lock, routes change without warning. What started as a simple flight has turned into a moving trap with no way out. On the ground, alarms ring, phones vibrate, old contacts are forced back into the open. People who promised they were done are pulled back in. A voice speaks with anger and regret. We shut this down once. We should have buried it for good, but it wasn't buried. It was planned. Every detail, every passenger, every minute in the sky dot inside the plane. Tension rises with every breath. Someone knows more than they're saying. Someone else is lying. A quiet warning slips through the noise. There's a reason this flight can't land. Eyes scan the cabin. Hands shake. Trust breaks faster than glass at high speed. The mission is clear now, but the cost is not. If this plane reaches its destination, everything falls apart. If it doesn't, no one walks away clean. A voice cuts in, sharp and final. This isn't about saving lives anymore. It's about stopping what's coming next. The music builds. The engines push harder. There is no turning back. The warning comes too late. Everything breaks at once. The cabin shakes hard. Oxygen masks drop. People scream as the plane dives through heavy clouds. Alarms blur into one sharp sound. A voice shouts over the chaos. We're losing control. Lights flash red. The sky outside turns dark, wild, unforgiving. This is no longer a mission. It's survival. On board, lines are crossed. Someone makes a choice they can't undo. Another voice cuts in, calm but cold. If we don't act now, this ends in the air. Hands slam against doors. A countdown echoes in the background. 10 seconds. 9, 8. Every second feels like a lifetime. Trust collapses. A secret is revealed. The truth hits harder than the turbulence. You knew this would happen. Silence follows, heavy and painful. Then movement. Fast, desperate. No one is innocent anymore. No one is safe. The engines struggle. Wind tears against the metal skin of the plane. A final decision hangs in the balance. Save the flight, or stop what's coming. A broken voice whispers, some of us won't make it. The music cuts out. Only a heartbeat remains. The engines scream like they know the truth. This flight was never meant to land. Everything is falling apart now. The air feels thinner. Time feels shorter. Every second counts, and every choice carries a cost no one is ready to pay. A voice breaks through the chaos, calm but heavy, like a final confession. If we don't end this now, it doesn't end here. Inside the plane, lines have been crossed that can't be undone. Promises are broken. Trust is gone. Someone makes a choice that changes everything. Not for survival, but for the truth. The sound drops. Just a heartbeat, just breath. Then a quiet line lands harder than any explosion. Some flights don't crash, they disappear. On the ground, screens go dark. Signals vanish. No answers, no warnings. Just silence. The world waits, unaware that everything is about to change. A final voice rises, steady and cold. This was never about where we were going. It was about what we were carrying. Music builds one last time. Fast, loud. Then it stops, black. Screen flight risk to a final line appears, slow and sharp. The sky never forgets. One last sound echoes, an engine cutting out. The screen stays dark longer than expected, just long enough to make the silence uncomfortable. The world doesn't end with fire or noise. It ends quietly. News screens flicker on in empty rooms. Headlines scroll without answers. A flight number, a time stamp, then the word missing. No. Wreckage, no signal, just questions no one can explain. A slow voice speaks, tired but clear. People think danger is loud. It isn't. Real danger slips through unnoticed, until it's too late. Somewhere, a folder is closed for the last time. Somewhere else, another one is opened. What happened in the sky didn't stay there. It landed in the lives of everyone connected to it. We feel the weight of what was lost and what was stopped. Choices were made that no one will ever know about. Heroes without names, decisions without praise. A quiet sacrifice hidden behind official reports and careful lies. The truth survives only in fragments. A final reflection cuts through. They'll say it was an accident. They'll say it was a system failure. But we'll know better. The sound of wind returns, echoing like a memory that won't fade. The sky looks calm again, as if nothing ever happened. Then one last warning. Low and steady as long as we keep flying. The risk never leaves, the screen fades to black. Coming soon, Beckows, some stories don't end when the flight does. The sky clears, the noise fades, but the danger is still there. A final voice speaks, almost a whisper. You can escape the ground, but not the truth. One last image flashes. One last warning remains. Flight risk to no heroes, no second chances. Only the cost of what survives the fall. Coming soon.